These are the 10 must-have pages for your cleaning website, because without these, you're definitely leaving money on the table. And if you're running ads, then you're literally throwing away money. I'll explain that a bit later, but for now, hi, I'm Dan. I've been designing and developing websites for over 8 years. And more recently, I help service-based businesses book more clients. And in this instance, cleaning businesses. The first and foremost is the homepage. But the thing is, a homepage, this is pretty much self-explanatory as to why you should have it, right? I mean, you can't really have a website without a homepage. And I'm sure you already know that your website is going to have a homepage regardless. Let's move on to the next page. The second page that you must have is a contact us page. Because, well, here's the thing, not everyone is ready to book or not even ready to request a quote from you. Perhaps they have a question, and that's the purpose of a contact page. So they should be able to contact you for any inquiries. And this is the best example, I would say, from HelloMade. Basically, with your contact page, you should have the form itself here, and then as well as other ways they can contact you. So there's the phone number, email address, and then the service hours. And then apart from these, which they don't have here, is a mailing address. You can also have that here. And then at the bottom, you should have a map on where, if you have an office if you have an office, you can show the map there. Next is the booking page. Now, from what I've seen, like over 100 cleaning websites, usually the booking page and the contact page is like combined together, which is not really a good idea. It's either they have a booking page but no contact page, or they have a contact page but no booking page, because they have different purposes. The contact is just for general inquiries, right? And for booking is they're already sold. They want to book your service. So why would you present them with a form that's more about asking questions, right? So basically, by not having a booking page, then it's like you don't even want clients, right? So it's important to have a separate dedicated booking page, not just requesting a quote or not even the contact page. It should be its own. And then example of what not to make your booking page is from Nice to Clean. I don't really know them, but this one, it's just way too overwhelming. As you can see here, there's a lot of information, which I understand, like these are important things to have, but it's way too long or way too complicated. Then another example is also this. It's why is it so large? Because of how big it is, it's even more overwhelming from a design perspective. Then there's one more example here. Their booking form is not even loading. Like, what is this? Oh, there it is. So I had to click something before the booking form even shows up. Okay, now I've shown you what not to do. I found a booking form that is really good that you can also copy. What they're doing here is basically they divide it into several questions or to several fields by having a step form. So for this one, say I want a deep cleaning kind of thing, and then I can do next. So it makes it's like an illusion that makes the form a lot easy by having this type of thing. Then I will do Mac test. So after that, they have a proper booking form, obviously. So they also ask these similar questions, but if you can see here, it's a lot simpler. So that is something you could also implement on your website or with whatever booking form that you're using or booking system that you're using, is that hopefully you can divide that into several steps to make it a lot easier. Because the more friction that you have, the lower the conversion rate. So the goal of the booking form is to lower that friction so you can actually have high conversion rate. Basically, you get more paying clients that way. If you already have a website that's not really bringing in the qualified leads that you deserve, you could take advantage of my free web audit service. Basically, I'll send you a 15 to 30-minute video walking you through your website, or I guess your overall digital presence, to see what's working and what's not working, and give you some actionable insights. Yes, actionable insights that you can implement yourself so you get more leads coming through your website or your overall digital marketing presence. Next is the About page. Let's talk about what not to do as well in the About page. So for this one, it's way too corporate, I would say, or too stiff. It's way too simple. This one as well is way too stiff. I like the design though, but it's still like way too You know what I mean? It doesn't have that oomph or something that, oh, okay, I found something that is really good. As you can see here, they're also building trust by having social proof in this page. So the number of clients, the number of employees, and even the star reviews. Anyway, this is from Casa Fantastic. I think House Fantastic, right? Which is really good. So you need to talk about your values. These are one of the things you should have on your about page. And if I'm being honest, an about page requires its own video because it's quite a big topic. But generally, you need to add your values, even your vision and mission. And then here's one of the goals of the about page, and that is to humanize the business and actually build connection, like human connection, especially in this AI age and then a lot of scams, right? So you can tell something about your story, the origin story of the business, or something that they can relate to. One example here, as you can see, it's not even that professional picture, but it's okay. It's actually a good thing because it shows her real face and it shows authenticity, and that there builds trust. And then there's a bit of origin story here and something she does outside of the business. Oh, cute puppy, which is a dog rescue adoption that is really cool. So basically, that's like building more trust factor on your website and to build that human to human connection through your about page. The next page you must have, or pages actually, is the privacy policy and the terms of service. Now, I understand how annoying or just way boring it is to read those things because I've made so many, or not really so many, but a lot of those. And just by reading the first paragraph, I'm like, oh my God. But anyway, it is quite important, privacy policy in terms of service, because one, it does save you from some legal issues, because having those pages could protect you legally, especially with regards to privacy policy. And here's the thing about privacy policy. They are actually required by Google Ads. So whether you like it or not, you will have to create privacy policy just to be able to run ads on Google or even Meta, right? And it's also a trust factor because by having that, it shows transparency to your potential clients or customers. Here's the good news. There are free privacy policy or terms of service generator. One of those is Termly. By the way, this is not legal advice. It's still your responsibility to actually consult with a lawyer to have this properly vetted or checked, basically. You need to make sure that privacy policy and the terms of service are factually correct. And if you don't want to use a tool like this is not sponsored, by the way. You can also ask ChatGPT to write you those privacy policy and terms of service pages. You're an expert privacy lawyer. Write me a privacy policy for a home cleaning website. Ask me the questions first before you write info. Write the policy. Let's see. Okay, for now, for the purposes of this video, let's dummy data. See, there we go, something free. But again, this is not legal advice. It's still your responsibility to actually consult with a lawyer or with regards to your privacy policy and terms of service. Next, apart from that, is the service pages. So this is what I meant before. By having these pages, you could actually get more traffic and in turn get more clients. Because here's the thing, these pages are basically targeted to each and every one of your service. So technically it's not just 10 must-have pages, but rather 10 plus how many services you may have, right? So, for instance, they have it here from HelloMade. They have condo cleaning services. So it's more targeted to those who are looking for their condo to get cleaned. Or this can even be commercial, right? Because the other reason that I was talking about is the traffic that you'll get. So for instance, if I were to look for upholstery cleaning, and apart from the map pack, you will also show up in the search results. Meaning, if you only have the homepage for your services or your services list, then you won't really show up on this type of result, right? So that's why it's really important that you have relevant service pages for each and every one of your service. And here's more. You can technically design that in a way similar to homepage. So just look at this example. Obviously, they have a headline, which is important for Google and as well as for people landing on this page to know that they're in the right place. So if I'm looking for condo cleaning, and here's the thing, something super common that I see in the service pages of cleaning websites, which is just a common mistake, is that they don't have any request a quote form. It's like they're just listing out what they do on that specific service and forgot about the conversion part, right? Like if you have that, it's like saying, okay, now these are the services that I have. And then you're just telling them to go. If I were sold by your service page, but there's no booking page or no call to action, then what's the next step, right? If there's no clear next step, then chances are I will jump back to search results and choose your competitor instead. Like that's what usually happens. So basically for the service pages, you should have specific ones for each and every one of your service, and you should still have the trust factors such as background check and shirt cleaners and even some mini social proof here. And of course, the form itself. After the service pages, you can also have location pages, but you have to be slightly careful with regards to the location pages. You shouldn't just replace the name of the city for each of your location pages. Oh, by the way, location pages is basically the cities or towns that you will also serve or clean. So usually the nearby area, right? And it's also like an SEO factor again. So for instance, if I were to search for cleaning service, let's just use the nearby city here. Excluding the map pack, you will also show up in search results, right? So if you have a dedicated location page for Lacombe, even though your main city is in Red Deer, then you will have more eyes on your business. And then if they click on that and then choose your service, then yeah, that's another client for you, right? Hence, having location pages is important for your website, for your business. Similar to how the service pages were made, you have the headline, supporting text, proof, social proof, basically some risk reversal. Never forget about the request of quote form. And the next page that you should have is testimonials or case studies. This is a decent example, I would say. They're using a plugin to do this, which is kind of okay. So basically, it's just a list of all your reviews. In case they're unsure whether to actually trust you, at least having this page will list all of the positive reviews you have and will then hopefully persuade them that you're actually trustworthy. And apart from these reviews that you get from, I don't know, Google or Facebook, a video testimonial for one of your clients would be really, really powerful. And if you're going to ask for something like that, perhaps you could offer them something in exchange so they actually say yes to a video format of a testimonial, right? Because if pictures speak 1,000 words, then videos are worth what, 1,000,000 words? Is that the saying? Anyway, having that video format, video testimonial as well in this page will give you more leverage or will have that trust factor just basically skyrocketed, right? Which is what we want. Last and not the least, so this is really important if you're running ads. So remember what I said earlier in the introduction. If you don't have this properly set up and then you're running ads, you're literally throwing away money because every click costs you money. So if you don't have a proper landing page from your ads, then all of those clicks will have really low conversion rate, meaning you're wasting money. Now, the landing page will have to depend on the ad itself, right? But say we're going to use general keywords this time. So for, say the ad is about house cleaning near me, then the main mistake or the most common mistake that I see is that people would use their homepage for their for the ad, like as the landing page of the ad, which is not a good thing because the homepage has different purposes for compared to the ads, right? So for instance, it could be the navigation stuff here, the navigational links where people can learn more about your business, or sometimes even you even have, yeah, basically learn more about your business. Basically, there's about us link, there's all services link, and then at the bottom, there's even this exit points, which is social media links, which is not what we want. So compare that to a proper landing page, but it's based on the homepage because it's using the same general keywords. So first and foremost, like at the very top, at the very top, you should see that I actually do not have the navigational links on the landing page. Like this is the landing page now, right? You shouldn't have any exit points from your ad, because if they exit your landing page, then that's basically already a lost. Like that already costed you money, and then they didn't really convert. And then what else was the change here? Oh, not that one. Here. So if the regular homepage has a link to learn more about us, and this one is still a button to get a quote. And then what else? Same here. I also removed the link to more reviews here, because that's like an extra point that they don't need, like an extra step that they don't need. And then here, the footer is a lot simpler now. There's only the logo of your business and then the privacy policy and perhaps help center. It could even be terms of service. Because the goal of the landing page is just supposed to be one thing, and that is to book a service with you or for them to actually become a lead by requesting a quote or by calling you, right? Meaning if you have these has other goals, these has other purposes, which is not what we want. Social media has different purposes, which is not what we want. Which is why it's super important to have separate landing pages for your ads. And here's the thing, that this is just for the general keywords. You should also have very specific landing pages for each and every service if you're also running specific ads to them. Because this one doesn't really speak to, say, upholstery cleaning, right? Or even residential cleaning, because the messaging here is just focused on the house cleaning part of things, right? So if they're looking for, say, commercial cleaning and they land on this type of landing page, then they won't convert. Chances are they won't convert because this is for the house cleaning, not commercial cleaning. It's not targeted for them. So again, that will cost you money because each click from Google Ads costs money. Speaking of homepage, if you want a perfect website that actually gets you more cleaning clients, make sure to watch this next.